What's up, YouTube? It's Jeff Tuffner here with the Glorious Podcast, episode 13, where we're going to review Smackdown Live, the July 18th edition of Smackdown Live. The go-home show for the Battleground pay-per-view, the last pay-per-view until SummerSlam for both brands. Raw's already had theirs, so SmackDown's got theirs now, and then it's off to SummerSlam. And thank God it's off to SummerSlam, because let me just say SmackDown sucked last night. Let me just get that out of the way before we even discuss what happened on SmackDown, because, it's a shame, because WWE, the product every week is just, it's getting worse. We used to be able to say, alright, Raw sucked, SmackDown tomorrow is going to be good. And I still say that. I said that yesterday in my Raw review. I said, hey, we got SmackDown tonight. It's going to probably be better than Raw. And you know what? If I had to pick one that was better, I'm going to say SmackDown. But I feel like the only reason, at this point, ever since about WrestleMania, that we're saying SmackDown is better than Raw is only because it's 2 hours and it's not 3 hours plus of hell. It's just shorter. It's not as long. But it's just like Raw. You get about 15 to 20 minutes of actually entertainment. Actually good wrestling. The rest of it's just like, I don't care to watch this. And that was the case last night. And that was the case on Monday on Raw. There was one good match last night. Becky Lynch and Charlotte. They had a nice little match right before the main event. That was a good match. Becky ended up picking up the win. Other than that, it's just like Rusev, John Cena had a segment to build up their match. Did we really want to see Rusev versus John Cena again? We saw this match at WrestleMania 31. They had a whole entire build up for it. And now we're seeing them feud again. Like, really? Like, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. Like, nothing against Rusev or Cena. It's just like, I don't want to see them feud again. And it's so predictable. It's so obvious John Cena's going to win. If John Cena loses, I'd be shocked. But, if I were smart, I'd put Rusev over in this match. That would get major heat. But they're not going to have Cena win. No, the other way around. They're going to have Cena win. Rusev won't win because he comes out strong on the go-home show. You know how it works in WWE. Whoever usually comes out strong on the go-home show ends up losing at the pay-per-view. They have Mike Kanellis and Sami Zayn have a match. Why are they having this match now? This match should have been Sunday on the pay-per-view. Could have maybe threw it on the pre-show or whatever. I thought it was going to be like some kind of brawl or whatever, kind of like Shinsuke and Baron had last week. And then it ended up getting to put on the pay-per-view. That didn't happen. They just had a match. Mike picks up the win. It's unfortunate that Sami Zayn's got to put over Mike Kanellis. I like both guys in this match. Well, in this feud here. I want to see Mike Kanellis do good in WWE. But Sami Zayn's just been getting buried. And they legit just use him to put over everybody. Like, it's a shame. I really hope one day, like, Sami Zayn's able to actually get, like, what he deserves. And that's a shot at the WWE title or something. Like, he can go. I don't know. Some say he might get the Daniel Bryan treatment. Maybe, big push heading into WrestleMania. Big match. That would be amazing. But yeah, it just sucks seeing Sami Zayn have to, lose again. But it's cool to see Mike Kanellis win. I don't know. It's a weird scenario. Jimmy Uso defeats Kofi Kingston. I don't know. They had a match last week. It was like Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods or something. They're just building up for their tag match they're having Sunday. Just boring. Like, it's just not an interesting build. Whatever. A match. All right, whatever. The Punjabi Prison wins that SmackDown. All right, that's cool. We saw the Punjabi Prison. Thing looks pretty big. That's all I'm gonna say. I was thinking about going to Battleground. Ticket sales are awful for Battleground. Obviously, it's the reason being. Like, I don't know why. This is just clueless. It was a stupid decision by WWE to even bring Battleground to Philadelphia, because they just put Royal Rumble travel packages on sale, which is, if you don't know, the Royal Rumble is also going to be in Philadelphia. And then Royal Rumble tickets go on sale July 29th. So people aren't worried about Battleground. They're saving up for the Rumble and that big weekend. It's 4 straight events. It's crazy. And now ticket sales are failing majorly. Like, I was just looking on StubHub the other day. There's over 1,500 tickets left just on StubHub alone for the Battleground pay-per-view. And we were just, 5 days away from the pay-per-view? It's insane. So I don't know. I'll go if I can get, free tickets or something. But, the cards, you're looking at the card for this pay-per-view Sunday, and it's just not, it's not stacked. Yeah, there's a Punjabi Prison match, but that's what they're selling the pay-per-view off of. They're trying to get you to go to the show just because of the Punjabi Prison. Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal again. I don't want to see that again. But they're just saying, all right, let's put a Punjabi Prison around the ring, and then people are gonna want to go. That's legit one of the only reason really like to go. I would love to see the Punjabi prison in person, but like, I don't want to see Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal again. Like, I've had enough of this feud. Just move on from it. We all know what's gonna lead to Jinder Mahal versus John Cena at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? I guess we just got to get past this pay-per-view. I guess that's what it is. I really hope fresh feuds next week on SmackDown. Build for SummerSlam starts. It's gonna be good. I hope after this week we could finally put all this behind us. WWE could put everything behind us themselves and just move on. Look at SummerSlam, give us amazing build for SummerSlam on both shows, and have an amazing SummerSlam this year. I just want that. That would be perfect if we could just get good build and a good SummerSlam pay-per-view this year. Because they could just, I don't know. I feel like this idea of having multiple pay-per-views like almost every 2 weeks is actually hurting WWE in a way. Like, I feel like it just devalues the pay-per-view almost because it's one brand and it's almost every 2 weeks. So pay-per-views used to be like rare. It would be like once a month. Now you're getting one every 2 weeks. So it's like, it's not even like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think, but they're not going to go back, I don't think, to like the original way. Because WWE, once they do something, they never turn around. But who knows? At this point, with all the budget cuts they're taking, they might decide to, cut back on pay-per-views too, because they're canceling Talking Smack. There's so much going on. They don't have pyros anymore. What else was I reading? The stages are the reason the stages have always been the same, and we don't see special stages for like pay-per-views and stuff anymore is because they don't have the money. Or maybe they do have the money, but they refuse to use it. They did put a good amount of money into that WrestleMania stage, which I'll admit was amazing. But other than that, it's every pay-per-view is the same stage. It's either the SmackDown or the Raw stage, depending on the show. Last night I noticed, I don't know if this was because of the Punjabi prison, I think it was, but they didn't have the LED ring post or the ring skirts like they usually do. But then I thought about it and I was like, it's probably because of the Punjabi prison being there. But if not, I don't remember. I think they were there on Raw, the LED stuff. So, I don't know. I'll have to look back. But if they got rid of them, too, they're really getting rid of everything. It sucks. And they're cutting a bunch of shows on the network, too. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what they're doing. They're in a hole right now that they've dug themselves into, and they can't get out of it. They've really been just killing themselves. All right, back to SmackDown here. Let me get into SmackDown before I continue on this little rant I'm going off onto about the product these days. And then here's another thing I can complain about. The main event was Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin. They took on AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. All four talented wrestlers. Owens and Corbin pick up the win, but it's another tag team match. I have to look back on SmackDown and see how many weeks in a row it's been a tag team match. I feel like every week. Last week it was what? It was John Cena and Rusev versus Owen. No, not John Cena and Rusev. John Cena and AJ Styles versus Owens and Rusev. I swear the week before it was something else. They just can't come up with anything. Like, it's just a tag team match every week. It was like that on SmackDown before the brand split too. So it's just like, can you do something different? I honestly much rather watch maybe like a contract signing. As weird as that sounds, is just like, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly, just something different. I'd rather go for a contract signing to end SmackDown maybe between, I don't know, someone. One thing on SmackDown last night that did have a lot of people interested in was the backstage segment between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. They're teasing a match, guys. We could actually get AJ Styles or Shinsuke Nakamura in WWE maybe at SummerSlam for the United States title. They're really teasing it. Hopefully we get it. That would be amazing. Please keep it a one-on-one. Don't make it no fatal four-way triple threat or anything if it does happen, but it looks like they may be going that route at SummerSlam. And another thing on SmackDown that was good, which is good every week, I personally think the best part of SmackDown, many would agree, is the Fashion Files, the Fashion X Files now. That is the entertaining part of SmackDown every week. I enjoy that every week. It's like the one thing to look forward to that I'm going to enjoy, like that little like 3, 4, 5 minute part of SmackDown. Guaranteed to be good. Never disappoints. So that was good. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte was good. The teasing of Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam was good, but that was like a minute backstage segment. It was cool to see the Punjabi prison, but overall, what did that come out to be about? 20 minutes, 15 minutes? What about the other, hour and a half of the show? That part just bored me to death. I didn't care to see that. This pay-per-view's coming up Sunday. I'll have a prediction video later in the week. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm not even really hyped for this pay-per-view. I'm not. It just seems like a weak card. It almost seems like WWE doesn't even want to have this pay-per-view. It seems like they just want to skip right on to SummerSlam and just, it's just like get this pay-per-view out of the way. They don't care what's going on here because it's just not really a stacked card. It's just like, just get to SummerSlam. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like this whole, pay-per-view every 2 weeks is killing them. I don't know. This was supposed to be like a SmackDown review. I guess I kind of reviewed SmackDown, turned into a little bit of a rant about the current product nowadays. But I don't know. I just really hope. It's probably not going to happen. But I don't know. Maybe give hope that it will turn around maybe after this and both brands will build good. Wow, that would be a dream right there. Both brands, good build for SummerSlam. We get a good SummerSlam pay-per-view. But then again, I mean, let's just look at the last year of WWE since the brand split. Raw has been awful. Just awful. There's been about a handful of good episodes of Raw in the last year. I could probably name them off the top of my head. The first one after the brand split was amazing. That was the one Finn Balor beat Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks won the women's title. That show was awesome. And then it just went downhill from there. There wasn't like a good Raw for the rest of the year. It was insane. Maybe the one where Kevin Owens won the Universal title was decent. But I mean, the ending of that show kind of saved it, if I can remember. It was a boring show overall. The one after WrestleMania, I mean, of course, that's going to be good. They always, you can see all the people return, all the new people getting called off from NXT and stuff. So that was good. Honestly, maybe I'm forgetting one or two, maybe, but that's about it. SmackDown, I can name about maybe 10, 15 shows that were good. Because they were really good at the end of 2016 and in the fall and winter. And then really, kind of up to WrestleMania, it just went downhill. And then after WrestleMania, it just continued to spiral downhill for SmackDown. And kept, the show just wasn't the same. And really, I feel like it's because they probably switched writers. Vince apparently doesn't want SmackDown to succeed more than Raw. So he's probably like, all right, let me bring all the SmackDown, well, at least some of the SmackDown writers are always Raw, thinking that it would help Raw. But then again, he's probably got the majority of control of Monday Night Raw. So that's why the show probably sucks. Vince, I don't know. I feel like I don't really know what goes on. No one really knows what goes on backstage. Who's writing this stuff? Who's coming up with everything? Everybody speculates that it's Vince. Maybe it even isn't Vince. I don't know. Maybe we're putting all the blame on Vince. It isn't him. I'm assuming it is. Probably him and Kevin Dunn. But, I don't know. I feel, and it's because they have less control over SmackDown. So that's why it was probably better. But now I'm beginning to think it's just, ever since the rumor came out that Vince doesn't want SmackDown to succeed more than Raw, I'm beginning to think that's why SmackDown hasn't been as good. SmackDown's starting to feel like just the SmackDown of old again. When I first started watching WWE in 2010, when they had the brands, when they had two different brands, but it was always devalued compared to Raw. That's what it feels like again. And SmackDown could really use a little bit of extra time too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sitting here complaining saying there was only a little, 20 minutes of entertainment. But if they did have a little bit of extra time, they'd be able to get some faces on TV because, we didn't see Ty Dillinger again. I don't know. Let's just hope. I think they're going to have something for Ty Dillinger for SummerSlam. They got to have him. I swear to God, if he's on the pre-show again. Speaking of him being on the pre-show, apparently they announced on their Twitter, WWE, that is, that he's in a match against Aiden English at Battleground on the pre-show again. Why the hell do they keep going back to this Aiden English stuff? They went away from it for like a month or two there. And now they're going right back to it again. It's because they have nothing for Ty Dillinger. They have nothing for him. Just send him back to NXT. Because he'll be able to do stuff there. He's over with the crowd. He's still over with the crowd on the main roster. He could just get on TV down in NXT. Be involved in an important feud. Not while he's on SmackDown. I almost feel like it's almost like they don't need him on SmackDown. And that's the case with a lot of people. There's a lot of people just sitting backstage on SmackDown that aren't getting used. It's a shame. And that's the case on Raw. Apparently, people complain about the Raw women's division. Just look at all the people in the Raw women's division that aren't even getting used. You have Emma, you have Summer Rae, you have Dana Brooke, you have Mickie James. You know what I mean? Like, people, they don't use them people. SmackDown, on the other hand, is using legitimately everyone they have. They have about 6 people using everyone in the women's division on SmackDown. But I kind of actually want to, I feel like they've been going too far with having everyone involved in the women's division on SmackDown. Kind of want to start seeing some more one-on-one feuds. I don't know who's going to win this match Sunday. This 5-way match, I'm assuming it might be Lana again, and we're going to have to get Lana versus Naomi or something. I don't know. Or maybe Carmella's going to cash in. Well, Naomi doesn't even have a match Sunday. I don't know how she's going to cash in. But I don't know where they're going to go with this. Anyway, guys, that's it for SmackDown and this, little rant I went on about the show. Let me know what you thought of the show. I'm assuming you didn't think it was good like I did, but been a long week for WWE. Hopefully it gets better from here on out. hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you sometime later this week with some news videos and whatnot. Go follow me on Twitter. Link will be listed in the description, as always, below. And yeah, that's it.